Well, went on the road today, a preseason favorite, Kent State, and what a game. I tip my hat to Coach Lewis and his staff. It was back and forth. Both teams made plays. We are obviously disappointed with the outcome. It's not what we wanted. It hurts. I don't have any magic words that's going to make the team feel better. But I think we can win moving forward with the effort and the over-believing that this football team continues to show week in and week out. We've got to continue to find ways to stop or to not give up as many explosives on defense. Maybe get another turnover or two. Offensively, I don't think we had a turnover today. Positive. Special teams is okay. There wasn't a play like we had last week that had an impact in the game, but it was okay. All three phases, we can do better. I can coach better. But we took the preseason favorite team that got to Detroit last week. They got 8 seniors on defense, a very experienced offense, and we took them to overtime. All right. So I'll leave it at that.
Any update on the health of Keith Thompson?
Early reports is some type of concussion, but he is. You probably saw him on the sideline, up, and Coach, I'm good. So we'll see.
Last year in your loss to Penn State, you were -3 in the turnover margin. This time you're +2. The game goes a lot closer, and it's a game that you definitely think you could win. So, just how important was it coming into the game to win the turnover battle?
Huge. That's why the score was what it was, and that's something we've worked very hard on off season, August, and up to this point. Last year we were in the negative. Only created 8 all of last year. Our sacks are up, tackle for losses are up. I think we cleaned up the explosives and continue to take care of the football, and we'll just see how this thing goes, as this thing plays out.
Coach, we've been seeing the same sort of things a lot this year: missed tackles, wide open receivers, that kind of stuff. You already mentioned it a little bit, but just how do you think you could fix that going forward?
There were some missed tackles. I don't think we had as many today as we did last week. I think the type of athlete that we saw today had a little bit to do with that. That running back is he's first team all league. That receiver is first team all league, right? Very elusive. I don't think the Penn State guy was bigger. I don't know if anybody gets their foot in the ground like their running back. I mean, that guy, he's a challenge. He's a handful at the third level, the safety level. He's a handful.
Back to the defense, Coach.
I'm sorry.
Back to the defense.
Yes.
I want to talk specifically about the rush defense. They allowed over 300 yards. So what more would you have liked to see from the rush defense today?
I got obviously not 300 yards, right? I mean, it's too many yards. They got to the second level with the running back too many times. That's very obvious. I got to see the tape and see the responsibility of it. But again, I'm going to give Sean, the offensive line, credit because there are times they just blocked us, right? And what that means moving forward, I would like to watch the film. And you asked me again on Monday, I'll give you a little bit better answer. No. But that's how I saw it today.
In overtime, when you had the ball down near the goal line, you called 3 straight passes to end the game. None of them were super close. Anything you would change looking back on that?
The first one was a run, and you're right, the last 3, you're in overtime. We used the timeout to talk it and make sure we got the right call. The ball was the third down call to Will, 87. Give him a chance a little bit, but I don't know where the rush was, but it was high. You'd like it. We had what we wanted, our tall tight end on our shorter DB. And it just, got a hand up, and it was about that much high. All right, and then the fourth down call, we had an in-breaking route. He got walled off. The ball's in the air, and it's tight ball game.
And then, Coach, having CA back today, he had a couple big runs, and then the 50-yard touchdown. Just talk a little bit about having him back for you guys.
It was obviously CA has showed a tremendous amount of toughness to battle back. His foot got sore a little bit, but he hung in there, and it was a huge run in the third, I think. Hopefully he's comes out of this not dinged up, is able to practice like last week. Moving forward, we should be full speed at the running back position.
Women's you say about the effort of the pass rush today and getting after the quarterback?
Again, the numbers are we're almost triple. I think for sure over double what we've been through 5 games. 5 games last year, 5 games this year as far as tackle for losses and sacks. That's got to continue. I think you put pressure on the quarterback. You're harassing him. It causes turnovers. It makes the back end easier to play when he's getting harassed. He moved. The kid took off and ran. He reminded me of the Crum kid, on a couple of those scrambles. Very elusive. So that has to continue. But we've got to hold up in the back end on some of those explosives, like I said earlier.
What would you say to them in the locker room after tough lunch like this in overtime? How do you kind of pick them up?
Again, I started with say, hey, we can win with that. Great effort. Let's clean some things up. Their heart hurts. We come to win the game, and it didn't go our way. On the road, I said that already, and we took them to the tilt, and we just come up short. We won 2 of those like that. Didn't get this one. We're going to learn from it, clean some stuff up. They are going to keep working, and if we keep working, we're going to get better. And if we get better, we're going to win a hell of a lot of football games.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, go ahead.
I can. So defensively, you guys left a lot of, just starting out in the beginning of the game, you guys left a lot of empty holes that for allowed the quarterback to run. Just talk a little bit about that. I know defense was kind of struggling towards the beginning. What were you guys, was that kind of a point of emphasis this week for you guys?
It was, but at the end of the day, we got to communicate. We got to be on the same page. All 11 have to be on the same page at all times. So that was the problem, and we'll get that fixed. We're working on that.
Obviously, tough loss for you guys, but the defense a lot of yards, but really kept them out. Did a good job keeping Kent State out of the end zone for most of the game. What were you guys able to do on those end of drive situations and force some turnovers and stop them from putting the ball in the end zone for most of the game?
We knew what their game plan was, and we knew how they love to run that ball, run a lot of RPOs and stuff like that. We also knew that quarterback he hang that ball loose, so we got a couple guys that made some big plays, and those plays were needed.
Anybody else?
Anything for CA?
Yeah, so you missed last week, but back this week, had a couple of big runs, obviously the big touchdown run. How did it feel to be back out there, and what did you see today that sort of allowed you to have a big game coming back?
It felt good to be out there back with my teammates. By the grace of God, he put me back on the field, and it just felt good to get back out there, get in the end zone, celebrate my teammates. Yeah.
How do you think you can build off of something like this and make sure that you never have this feeling?
Definitely. Every day, every game, we want to get better, and that's where we got better this game. Obviously, we wanted to win, but we didn't come out with it. But after this game, we'll be watching the film and making the adjustments that's needed. So next week we come and we come with that fire.
What are some positives you guys want to take out of this game going forward?
You can always learn. Whether you win or lose, you can always learn from the film. So the positive thing is that, obviously we kept them under, 30 points, whatever the case may be. So that's a plus from, previous week, obviously. So I think just watching the film and executing what we need to execute.
Anybody else? Yep. How did it feel to get that big field goal stop for the end of regulation?
Definitely. I knew where the ball was going, and my linebacker let me know that I needed to be 3 inches to the right. And my guy, Rodney Matthews, he came with that power and allowed me to get through that gap freely and just get my hands up.
One more? Good? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.